Perfection. It's extremely hard to do anything perfectly, and it takes a special kind of person to beat a whole game perfectly. Well, I'm not that person. I'm going for just good enough. Hi friends, I'm Shenanigoon, and welcome to the Assassin's Creed 2 No Resets Challenge. In the Assassin's Creed games, if you fail in any way, you desynchronize, which means your actions are no longer aligned with what was supposed to happen. So, the rule is simple. If I desynchronize for any reason, the challenge fails. Whether it be death, getting caught, not being fast enough, or failing to protect someone, the game is over. If I can beat the entire story without desynchronizing, the challenge is a success. So let's throw on a cloak, equip our stabby, and get to it. We begin our life by being born, which I hear is the most common route to life. After trying to swing on our dad, we reawaken as Desmond Miles, who just got to experience childbirth from the child's point of view, and must now forever suffer with that memory. Unfortunately, there's no time to unpack that trauma, and off we run to escape this scary building filled with guards. Thankfully, I'm a master of stealth, and they notice nothing. At the end of our escape, I play tag with the guards while Lucy takes care of the fighting. I meet some people, then hop into bed to go live the life of Ezio Auditore da Firenze. Our young protagonist is in the middle of a street brawl with some no-good youths. Ezio starts the game off with murder right away when I start chucking the hooligans off the bridge to their watery graves. No more shenanigans for them. My brother shows up, and we race to climb a tower together where we can enjoy the title card floating over the city. Ezio should have known right then that things were about to take a turn for the worse when he saw the title for his game. I help my family do some chores, then watch in horror as they are hanged for making me do chores. Child labor laws and all that. Very extreme. I try to fight the guards at the execution, but it goes less than well. Feeling confident that I got enough of them, I make a brave tactical retreat and take shelter in a pile of leaves, like any good hero. Now that my family's dead, I have to get right to work. I'm beating up a cheating husband, of course. Not mine, though. I feel like I should clarify that. Anyways, after that's done, I remember I want revenge and go learn to disguise myself by being near others despite looking like no one around me. It shouldn't work, but of course it does. Maybe I'm just a little too cool looking for the guards to want to stop me. I go meet my best friend in all the world, Leonardo da Vinci, and he gives me my iconic hinted blade. I pay him back right away by using it on the guard beating him. Well, sort of right away. I get my first assassination target, the man who betrayed my family, and use some courtesans to distract his guards before killing the man himself. Something tells me those guards will not be keeping their jobs after this. Ezio hasn't yet learned that when you kill someone, you don't tell everyone your name. It's a cool speech, but come on! The cops wouldn't ever know who he was if he hadn't shouted it to everyone. They didn't have forensics or anything back then. I collect my sister and mom and flee town. The guards all suffer from the inability to tell me apart from anyone else, which makes me think they should just hire these bards. These guys find me no matter what, and always block my way, singing my praise. Honestly, if the guards had a quarter the perception skills of these bards, I'd never be able to get anything done. I make it to my Uncle Mario's place, but the path is blocked by my old bully. I try to stab him, but the universe says no. My bully's guards are suddenly killed, as if by magic, and I have to agree with the bully. I mean, where did Uncle Mario and all his allies just appear from? This has to be sorcery. But same goes for the guards that magically appear. Where the heck did they come from? This whole scenario is witchcraft after witchcraft. Mario trains me to do important things like dodging and countering my enemy, but also taunting? How does that one work? Are you telling me that Ezio, who we literally meet at the start of the game taunting someone, doesn't know how to taunt? Fascinating. When that's done, I race to help Mario take down my old bully, but before that, I do what a doctor asked me to do.
Bring me your sick and wounded.
I don't think he appreciates it properly. I'm given throwing knives, and despite never training with them, I'm of course a master with them. It is a little awkward when I let my uncle and his men in and then mingle with the guards who are oddly not in attack mode till the cutscene ends, and suddenly I'm enemy numero uno. I have guards of my own though, and it's an easy fight. I track the bully down who's having a family meeting along with the big bad of the game, Rodrigo Borgia. One would think with all these throwing knives it would be a great moment to end the Templar threat right away, but Ezio decides just to watch. He doesn't want this to be a 1-hour game after all. I try to sneak assassinate my bully, but his spider sense warns him, I guess, and I only succeed in kicking him in the back, to no effect. I counterattack win against him, then begin to show off my new taunting skills to his corpse. I meet the ultra thief of the city, the Fox. He tells me to keep up with him, which I think will be a breeze, but the game freezes me in place until he gets far enough away. Which I guess I get for the challenge aspect, but not what's going on in Ezio's head. Maybe he's just been hit hard too many times. I make some running oopsies and almost don't beat the timer, but I'm just going to pretend I did it on purpose for dramatic purposes. I didn't, but let's pretend, shall we? I break into some cool underground sewers and find some Templars to kill. I spook one of them and he races away to warn the others of me. I can't let this happen, so I give chase. I remember this chase being difficult when I was young, so I expected to barely win. Turns out, I needn't have worried as I catch and kill him rather quickly. In fact, I have a hard time finding my way forward without him to show me the way, and it takes a little to get to the objective. I find a large group of Templar leaders, including Rodrigo Borgia, yet again, and once again, I don't try at all to kill them all. This is very odd. It would save me and everyone else so much trouble. So therefore, I fail to stop the attack on the good bigwig of the city, Lorenzo Medici, but I do have his back in a fight. I feel bad about failing to save Lorenzo's brother, so I pick him up to carry him to safety with us. And then the weight of him quickly outweighs my guilt, so I settle for leaving him in a pile of flowers. The run to safety is pretty easy though. It does get odd when Lorenzo decides to pose on someone's food stand. I appreciate that this is the leader of the city. Clearly, it is in good hands. I head to assassinate the main fellow who attacked Lorenzo, and at one point it seems Ezio almost learns how to fly. Odd that. I chase after my target, finishing him off before heading off to the countryside to kill all his fellow assassins who helped him. Worthy assassins! We can't have others doing our jobs for us. I have to kill the gold target without him having time to flee. I try to use stealth to my favor, but somehow they actually manage to figure out I don't belong there. Thankfully, it's too late for my target, and I finish him off quickly. At this point, I think I finally understand why the guards have zero clue who I am. I don't know who the heck is in charge of putting up my wanted posters, but I don't think they're thinking things through. Do you? Who the heck, other than me, is going to see this? I also begin to wonder, why are there so many unguarded treasure chests found everywhere? Why am I the only one interested in them? Especially when the people, guards included, will lose their minds over just 10 florins thrown on the ground. What an odd people. Killing my targets have been simple so far, and it's no different for the last of the assassins. But the part that boggles my mind is my ally's inability to locate him. Tell me, without special eagle vision, can you tell me where the bad guy is? Is it this dude perhaps ranting about how he's being hunted, with a group of guards following him, while he's wearing the most extra outfit of all, that he literally committed the murder in? Nah, that couldn't be him. With their deaths, I now have what I need to tell the last of the assassins to the other Templars. Not to kill them, of course, but so I can write their names in my book, so I can kill them later, obviously. Tailing him without getting detected is actually super easy. Just hire a bunch of pretty girls to surround you and walk while they draw lots of attention to themselves. Despite looking nothing like them, people just assume you're the shy one of the group and give you no further notice. Works every time. The Templars kill the old man I tailed here, but I don't let that stop me from stabbing him anyways. Time to leave this city behind and continue on with one of the harder missions. All vehicle missions in games that don't normally involve them terrify me, and my wish to, not die. This goes for the carriage ride with Leonardo while we're attacked by Templars. I died many times over the years to this mission. Surprisingly, my worry is once again unfounded as I'm able to easily shake off most pursuers and avoid the fire arrows. Before I can finally leave for Venice, I have to rescue a damsel in distress. Only problem is, I'm in distress too, it seems. How does one climb into boat? Ezio can't seem to get the hang of that. He would like to know. Good thing this thing isn't timed. When I finally try to get up by moving one foot to the side, it actually works, and I show off my amazing rowing skills. Look at that form. Perfection. I make it to Venice and discover my way to the target blocked by a wall too difficult to scale. Well, that's the only plan I have, so I'm prepared to give up on being an assassin, when I watch a thief run by and do it with ease before taking an arrow to the knee. I hear that's a common retirement package in the gaming world. I get her to safety, and when she recovers enough, she teaches me the complex move of climbing higher by jumping upwards. This complex idea has never occurred to Ezio after years and years of parkour, but I proved mastery of it within seconds. Real main character energy right there. I remove the from the unscalable wall, break into the palace, kill a few guards to keep from being seen, and finally kill my Templar target. Of course, right after, my allies appear, having killed every single guard in the place after the fact. It would have made my job much easier if they had done that just a bit earlier. Now that that's done though, time to tail 2 more Templar leaders. Once again, my courtesans prove invaluable, and I really push how close I can get. Despite these leaders knowing my exact look, they somehow never see me following them. I especially love this part.
The assassin. The same one who hunted down the Pazzi. He's here in Venezia.
I'm literally right there. Oh boy, these guys suffer from serious tunnel vision. Once again, my age-old enemy, the loot players, recognizes me though. They really ought to hire these guys. Third time's the charm that I've managed to find a whole group of Templar leaders, including the head honcho, Borgia himself, yet I once again do not attack them. One good smoke bomb and I could assassinate all of them. For my sanity's sake, Ezio, just kill the leader at the very least. It's mind-boggling. After this, I took some time to listen to this herald tell everyone about the mass murdering assassin. I have to admit, even as I stared him dead in the eye, he did not cower and stop bad-mouthing me. Almost have to respect that. I'm to save the Doge from getting killed. I'm starting to think this whole game is the assassins trying to protect their business. We're the only ones allowed to assassinate. It's in the name, after all. Templars can go build temples or whatever. Stop killing people. In order to break in, I'll have to use another vehicle. Even more unreliable than a carriage. This is a glider. No mission in this game caused me more trouble over the years, so I was on extra guard here. But this is where things get controversial. While flying, I do die here, but after rewatching the footage over and over again, I have no idea how, and it seems to be a very hilarious, but obviously unfair glitch. I've decided to not count it, as I have no idea how it occurred, and it seems like 1 second I'm fine, the next I'm part of a building. It's up to you whether or not you agree. Either way, I'm going on. On my second try, I decided to go left instead of right, and this time things go so much smoother. In fact, I am genuinely surprised about how easy it went. I make it to the palace and I find I'm too late to save the Doge, but I go ahead and avenge him immediately. Upon exiting the palace, the remaining guards make me question my skills. If their ability to get past these gates is any indication, I'm no hero, but a terrible bully of poor, stupid guards. What kind of monster hurts people this stupid? Clearly, they must be protected. Leonardo disagrees, it seems, because he goes ahead and builds me a hidden pistol. While training with hay dummies, I notice two things. First off, I love the extreme stubbornness of these two boatmen. I hear that to this day, they're still trying to get past the other. Second, when I shoot these hay men, they all definitely grab their stomach before falling over. This worries me. Just like with every disturbing trauma, I bury that deep and had to kill my next target. My target's out on a ship, but conveniently, I've acquired a gun by now, so it's no problem. Somehow, though, he ends up in my arms anyways. Not sure how, but I'm just gonna go with it. I recruit a mercenary army in an afternoon, you know, like one does, then chase down the last two Templars in town. Thankfully, their ship hadn't left yet, so I managed to air assassinate one, but the other makes it to the ship. Would this be when I finally fail? Nope. The ship doesn't care if they need to go. It ain't leaving yet. This last Templar actually kills himself by falling into the water, which is toxic to all but me. When I need to sneak in undetected to take a guard's place, it once again goes off without a hitch, thanks to the power of pretty women. I almost get my cover blown when this brute keeps pushing me, and I think for sure my run is over. But thankfully, nothing ever comes from it. I guess everyone just knows that this guy's a jerk. At the end of the path, I finally confront Rodrigo Borgia, the big bad. Time for the fight I've been waiting for. He's very hard to counter and very hard to hit. But he does have one big weakness, and I explode it like crazy, even if it may backfire sometimes. At one point, I noticed we have a bystander watching, so of course I chuck Rodrigo into the bystander with unexpected but highly enjoyable results. I've been waiting for revenge for a while, but I have to say, this is captivating. Rodrigo calls his guards, and suddenly my allies I've built throughout the game show up to help. But I'm only interested in the floating bystander by now, so my experiments continue. Killing a guard on him actually makes him begin to float away. The best thing is, I'm not desynchronized, so to me, this is actual proof that this happened to Ezio. At this point, all the guards are dead, so like any great heroic fight, all my teammates and I back Rodrigo into a corner and begin whooping him. Sadly, when he loses his final bit of health, I'm knocked to the ground and he runs away. But don't worry, I have like 8 of the finest assassins in the world right here to make sure he doesn't escape, right? Right? Not a one of them go after Rodrigo, letting the leader of the Templars, their most hated enemy, escape. Why, you might ask? So they can have a really cool pose stand together moment with me. What priorities? I'm joining crazy people. I officially have joined the assassins, then head off to help that damsel in distress from earlier out. She's no weakling though, and I join her in retaking her city from some hooligans. I take back the city, but I'm knocked out by a random monk. Then one of the closest moments to losing in the entire game comes when a monk I need alive is almost killed. Thankfully, quickly attacking each of his aggressors draws the aggro to me. I was really sweating there. That is way too close. Darn squishy monk. I chase down the monk who's knocked me out in order to get back some fruit he stole from me and find he's taken over Florence. I decide after merely glancing at his building that that's too much trouble, and it's much easier to kill the 9 highly guarded brainwashed leaders of the city to get the people to take the risk for me. What a hero I am. After the death of the 9th leader, I make one fatal error and slip off the edge. Is this it? Is this the end? I'm so close to finishing the game. Will my run really end here? After bashing B with all my soul and heart to grab a ledge, it pulls off and I save myself from dying. I mean, my arm has to be completely dislodged and broken, but I'm alive. I celebrate by revisiting the bridge this whole game started at and chucking someone off the side for old time's sake. With the 9 leaders dead, the fruit-stealing monk comes out of his house and I'm able to steal my apple back. I give a cool speech about not listening to people who give speeches, and now it's time for the finale. Time to track down Rodrigo and actually kill him. It isn't difficult to reach the Pope, and not wanting to risk him getting away again, I go ahead and just open fire. The cutscene disagrees with me, and once again, another fight breaks out. Are you ready for one of the most epic fights in gaming history? I certainly hope not, because this is what you're getting. Rodrigo ends up cheating, using his magical staff to freeze and then stab me. Is this it? Is this the end for Ezio? Apparently not. When I get up, remember that, oh yeah, I'm the main character, and go after him completely fine. But how am I ever gonna beat him when he has his magical staff? Easy. I simply say this.
No more tricks. No more ancient artifacts. No more weapons. Let us see what you are made of, old man.
All right then, if that's how you want to play it.
And it actually works. Wow. Not surprisingly, things don't go well for Rodrigo in a fist fight. Finally, he's gonna die. Wait, what? Ezio's just letting him live? Come on! This guy has more plot armor than even me. Well, Ezio's story here is over, and all that's left is one final fight. Desmond versus some guards. The massive evil corporation has tracked me down, and thankfully, none thought to bring guns. So I whack their butts with ease and secure my victory. Assassin's Creed 2 has officially been beat without desynchronizing. Unless you count my glitch death, that's up to you. Regardless, it was fun, and I really hope you enjoyed watching. It was surprisingly easier than I expected. I encourage you to give it a try if you like, and while I'm at it, feel free to leave a like if you did enjoy this video. Plus, subscribe if you want to watch even more gaming shenanigans and challenges. I'm always letting out new ones. Let me know if you end up finding a glitch in the simulation. That is our lives. Have an amazing day, friends. See you later.